Hi, we're the Infamy team. We're hosting Fantasy Apex Legend Tournament at infamy.gg, so go sign up. And today we're going to be talking about kind of what YouTube can do to kind of dethrone Twitch as the premier gaming live streaming platform. What do you guys think as the current like kind of position? Twitch is still on top, right? But people seem so like there's a new Twitch drama every other week that has people up in arms. It feels like it's the right time for someone to come take the throne.
I don't think anything will ever be able to completely dethrone Twitch because of the audience it has cultivated in its years of existence. They're just like so rabid and everyone loves the chat. And companies like YouTube, they haven't really focused on the chatting experience. And I have followed a couple streamers who have transferred over to YouTube, and I don't think just have it transferring personalities is enough for the YouTube experience. So I don't think that they can dethrone Twitch. They can compete by like enhancing their user
They've
experience
been pretty
and chat
stagnant for a
experience.
while. I've
Yeah.
been kind of waiting for them to really like level up the streaming experience, and they've added a few little things to make it comparable with the Twitch, but nothing like unique that'll kind of set it apart or even really match it.
hmm
Yo, yo, hype train, hype train. That shit was like one of the best things that Twitch added. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, they haven't really added anything recently, but like,
They've
They
been
added
taking
Yeah, that's the kind of
away
predictions.
stuff.
more than adding.
They added, but they just recently added predictions. I don't know if YouTube
Mhm.
has anything comparable to that. I assume not, but I think that was like a huge
These kids
addition.
are like addicted to it already. You just see
mhm,
Yeah.
the gambling, the hidden gambling aspect
dude,
that
Uh,
it's
some don't
already on the
have. It's
platform.
it's funny.
Hmm.
it's like stuff like that that makes it hard for YouTube to compete. But I
Mhm.
think in ways that they can, or things that they can do to compete, is like Twitch is having, well, all these platforms are having a DMCA issue, and I do know YouTube has YouTube Music, and if they could like somehow get some kind of
Well, they have
deal
like this
going,
the whole system of like, oh, this has been flagged for this, and like there's like a system to like help, alleviate problems when you do get striked, or like, oh, you or like you might be under warning or something, but like Twitch is like nothing. It's like they just leave you out to dry.
yeah.
Like,
Jake, you can always just stream and then delete your VODs, and
yes,
that's
of
what
course.
everyone's doing right now to avoid DMCA. But
You'll
yeah, if
never
YouTube
catch
could
me.
like get their hands on that, and it seems like they have their foot in the door with systems like Jake said. So I know a lot of streamers have been complaining about that end of the streaming experience. They can't listen to music anymore because they're afraid of getting a copyright strike.
hmm Well, and if like the platform was even working, it got shut down. It shut down. Like, what was it last week for a little bit? It's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah. I think it shut down like 3 times last week.
hey man.
Maybe that was YouTube's
He,
first strike.
I mean,
Hit them in their servers.
yeah, that's why Elon Musk is now more wealthy than Bezos.
Twitch went down 3 times last week.
Shit, gotta save some
My car's
coupons.
still running.
Yeah.
Yeah, but YouTube does have a big advantage just being like, YouTube, and ever since they took the YouTube gaming channel or site and kind of linked it into the just regular YouTube, they've seen a huge increase. And it's really like very favorable because like Twitch's biggest problem is kind of its browsability and its discoverability of new streamers. Like we were talking about before, like if you want to click to watch a new streamer, like oh I'll give this guy a try, you're instantly hit with a 30-second ad, and then when you come in, it might be there. You might be coming into an empty chair for the next 10 minutes. So it's really hard to know if you really like it or not. While YouTube is more curated content, so it's like you're instantly like getting the best. The first 10 seconds are going to be popping off of whatever YouTube video you click. And then if you like them, it's like, okay, maybe if they're live streaming later, I'll check it out.
hmm It's also you just see the what games thrive better on YouTube versus Twitch. Like lately, like the latest big game, or at least multiplayer game, uh, that's like has a competitive field is Valorant, and I think it's gonna probably do better on YouTube than Twitch in many regards, because I think it's since it's such a similar type of game that Siege is terrible for Twitch. It's never really doing that well number wise, even with outside of like the SI and such. It's kind of like a big topic right now in the Siege community. It's like, oh, it's just like not fun to stream for the streamer. It's themselves and the viewers. It's like there's so much downtime, and then it's like you could be watching your boy. He gets spawn peaked, he's dead, doesn't play the game for another 3 to 5 minutes at a given point. Where like those type of games kind of thrive on YouTube because you can like see the more dedicated strats and kind of learn the maps, how to play agents, and then like if people are streaming that on YouTube, like there's a not the same game, but I watch Rain Day Gaming a lot for Apex content, and only reason I watched some of his YouTube streams is because I subscribed to his channel, and it's like his videos pop up, it's like, oh, I'm live on like my feed, where it's like I would never have found him on Twitch because it's terrible finding new people on Twitch unless they get hosted.
Yeah. And from my personal experience, I've used YouTube when it comes to gaming. I use like Twitch for like the entertainment, and then like I'll use YouTube for like the learning aspect, learning how to play characters, stuff like that. So I do wonder if there's any way they can leverage that, because I feel like I'm not the only one who does that. There are definitely a lot more people who see YouTube as more of the educational platform.
Mhm.
So I wonder if there's any way they can leverage those preconceived.
I mean, if they
Thought process.
organized like your clips or like your previous VODs and you're able to like, edit them like here, like have basically YouTube videos but Twitch videos. Like, oh, this is clips of me popping off on whatever character, and and like maybe you're explaining it, or like you had a educational stream and these are and you go in and edit it in Twitch itself. But everyone's deleted their VODs, so can't do that.
Yeah, it is crazy when you think about it. I've seen a number of streamers talk about this, where they say it's better as a new streamer to start out on YouTube, and then once you develop on YouTube, it's easier to bring your audience from YouTube to Twitch than it is to curate a audience on Twitch itself, which is just like wild to me, because you think people would be lazy and who would want to like, oh, I have to like, if I found you on YouTube, then I have to go to Twitch, as opposed to just finding them.
Just because they're in love with the user experience of Twitch compared to YouTube, which is still working out the kinks in a lot of ways. So that's why it's easy. It's like, oh yeah, they'll be on Twitch. Like it's crazy how many people, even non-gamers, are just like, regular YouTube content, but then catch me on Twitch on these days and these days. So just because people know that's the place to live stream.
Yeah.
So that's really the YouTube has to overcome.
Yeah, and if YouTube can implement something to pull it off, they already have like all these people who I wonder like what the hit would be to Twitch if like all these cross-platform streamers, let's call them, if like YouTube steps up their game, would they just stay with YouTube? Because like every Twitch streamer, like decent sized Twitch streamer, they have a YouTube channel. It's just like a part of the package of being a Twitch streamer at this point. If you don't have one, you're behind. So like they all have YouTube channels. So I'm interested to see if they would actually make the switch over.
I don't know. I feel like you have to use the YouTube streaming in a particular way. Like, if you're doing YouTube, it's just like another tool in your tool belt for content.
Mhm.
But like, you're never going to be a streamer on YouTube until, like Steve said, they work out the chat functionality and they really add some bells and whistles that make it interesting, or at least enhance the user experience to be able to draw any of that market share from Twitch. Because that's what Amazon's doing. They're investing in the user experience from like, because what are you doing other than the chat? They're adding a whole bunch of other features, hype train or predictions, and they just keep adding more and more, where YouTube is struggling just to have an engaging chat. Like, they really got to either work out the bugs, or they have to integrate it in a way where the discoverability is good enough where they can get people from their platform to be YouTube streamers. Or maybe, like me and Steve were talking about this last night, they got to increase the revenue split. Like, they need some way to either draw talent to pull users, which, to be frank, I don't think will work. Like, you see what happened with Ninja and what was that other
Mixer.
platform? Yeah, Mixer. Like, it doesn't
Already
yeah,
forgot the
it was,
name. Damn.
Yeah, we did a video
Rest in
on that
peace.
too, yeah. I mean, like whatever. It's pointless. Like Microsoft, like the grandpa of all of it. Like it's just they don't like this is a thing, right? Like let's invest money
Yeah.
into it, and then they just completely fail on the execution. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Yeah,
shows
I
that
think
all the money in the world isn't enough. You need to kind of know what you're.
yeah,
having visions
money
for.
and like just having a popular streamer or
But that
advocate
didn't
it
for
just
work.
doesn't
something.
That's
work.
Yeah,
all
it doesn't
Microsoft
it doesn't
had.
work. Yeah, it doesn't work. So
It comes in. So like, what is so like that case study is exactly what we're talking about. Is like there needs to be a valuable user experience
and that's why I
on
think the
top of it,
DMCA
on top of
thing
the content.
is huge if they like lean into that aspect, especially right now, while Twitch hasn't really said or done
They have to
anything
partner with
about.
Sony. They have to partner with Sony then, and that's just it's not worth it. Like, Sony Entertainment is like the one that's sending out these copyright strikes, or like they own like 60% of the music out there. Like it's ridiculous.
Mhm.
So like anybody on YouTube will know about like getting copyright strikes from Sony. The DMCA things with Twitch are probably with them as well. There's not really a good workaround because and even a lot of the popular stuff it's individual labels. So there's no like bulk way of getting the licenses for these musics. So like what are you going to do? You're going to curate music for these Twitch streamers to play when they just are using that to like not have to talk during their stream? Like what do you I understand it's important to the Switch stream, but like there's not really a good workaround for the companies. So like what are
Probably
you gonna
easier
do?
ways to do it, like more creative
You would need
solutions
to
than just like giving them all of music.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, like, but it is an important part of the streaming experience. A lot of streamers use me, and like even me myself, like when I'm playing video games, like I'll put music on sometimes. It's just like I don't know, it's like a part of the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like who doesn't want to listen to music? Like you're like I get it. It's just from a company perspective, like is the investment worth like
100, you're
YouTube
like all
to
your users are like very unhappy right now. Like it is a well
is
talked
it
about
all
problem in
right?
the Twitch community that these
Bro,
people
we're
can't
talking
stream.
about hundreds of millions of dollars in licensing fees for Amazon just to have these kids that are crying be able to listen to the music they want to listen to.
Yeah, I don't
Is
think
it
that would have
worth a
that big of
value
a
proposition?
draw.
Yeah, but if these kids
Even
aren't streaming, then what do you have?
I get what you're saying. It's
It's like
just
to the
like
point where
they're gonna
people are
do it
legitimately
regardless.
talking about stopping streaming because it's just not enjoyable without the entertainment aspect of like music or like even it's not because like I'm saying
man, your
music.
stream must suck if the
Yeah,
music is what the
I'm
people are coming.
yeah, I mean
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I'm
what I'm
harping
saying.
I'm harping on music, but it's more than just music. Like something comes on, like something accidentally comes on, you have to worry about getting a DMCA strike. Like it's
Oh
not even
man,
like you're playing
you
music.
can't just
An
watch
ad,
other people's
yeah, you
you
can't
can't
just.
just scum other people's fucking Reddit accounts anymore on Twitch. Oh, we're just like yeah, look at this
But
great curated content that I didn't produce, and then I'm getting DMCA'd, even though like oh my god, it's absolutely ridiculous how lazy these people are, and they're bitching about it. Like I get what they're saying, but like the people that are getting striked or getting banned are the people that are like on Reddit just like watching YouTube videos or whatever. Like make your own content, and then that won't happen to you. I mean, it
It's
will
called
I don't.
happen to
reacting,
you, but like
Blake.
less.
It's a
It
skill.
will be less.
Yeah, it's called reacting, but I'm just talking about from the perspective of like you like accidentally click on a tab, a song plays because everything has fucking ads embedded in them now, and now you're
Of course.
DMCA'd. Like that's
Yeah.
Or
No,
like
I
a
get
game
what
might
you're
have licensed music in it, and like you're just playing the
yeah,
game, and then out of nowhere, tune just comes
bro.
on.
During the most recent Fortnite, the season-ending event, there was a part of the Galactus fight where they had I don't know who did the song, but someone did a song, and they literally had to like have an a fucking alert before the event happened, and it was like, there's going to be copyright music, and if you accept this, it won't play during the event. So like every streamer who's streaming this event is not playing this part because of DMCA, and it's like you want these streamers to play the whole part of the event was just like missed out on because no one actually did it, because who's gonna risk it, you know? Just like stuff like that.
I mean, that's just stupid on their part. Like,
That's
yo,
not
all
their,
right, we're released.
That's not their fault though.
that's not their
like,
fault. That's the platform, Twitch, just not
yeah.
giving the proper infrastructure and tools for the individual streamers to, deal with potential DMCA's. So
I mean, I thought Amazon had like a caseworker, like, and they have a certain amount of fucking people that they supervise. Now you can go to that person. I'm sure they're overworked to shit. It's Bezos's company, but like, there's got to be like, there's at least somebody you can reach out to
no, not really.
if you're worth shit. If you're worth shit, it's not
But
like
Even
you gotta
beyond
fucking
those,
send
that's the
a-
kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that's been like pissing people off, like the inconsistencies of the Twitch moderation thing.
Yeah,
Well, I
and
get
then
that. It's down to
then
the
like
case
only
manager.
certain people are getting banned for DMCA's, and it's like it's with no commonality in between. It's just like people are just randomly getting banned.
Yeah, I mean, like that comes down to like corporate culture, like, right? Like there need to be strict guidelines to that shit, like especially if it's pissing off your community. But like I wouldn't go as far as like they need to go and like figure out like these licenses, how they're not going to get sued
I mean, you
over
can
like
even be
like
like,
this
it
is
can be as simple as you provide like a streamer playlist.
Mhm.
Hey guys, we're Twitch, and we have this playlist that all
bro. You
streamers can
want
play of
to?
songs that aren't DMCA-able. Done.
All right, man. Yo, copyright-free music. Google it and fucking tell me those bangers aren't what you want to play music to. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro?
I mean, it's more than nothing though.
License free. Yeah,
They
yeah,
want
but
to
they
play
can
the
do
new
that
music.
now. Yeah, they can fucking do that now. Dude, it's license free. You're good. Good to go. No problem. Fucking play it out. Lo-fi and chill, bro. Lo-fi and
Yeah,
chill.
lo-fi and
Same,
chill.
same 90
Mhm.
songs. Back to back to back. All day, every
One
day.
thing that a lot of people are doing is video game music. A lot of people are playing like Zelda, uh,
Mhm.
Zelda soundtracks, stuff like that, which I think is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like some petty shit, man. Like, if the reason that you're watching the stream is because of the music, like, what do you?
Yeah, I
what are
mean,
you
it's not like music, like I said. It's more so the after reasons where it's like, oh, I accidentally clicked this, or like anything can happen. You don't know what. Like someone
like
puts a
as
link in the chat. It has a song on it. Click on it. DMCA, copyright strike.
yo, man, the
right.
mob's got to be checking it then. It comes down to like just the Twitch is not prepared for the evolution of content on its platform, and it's going to continue to run into issues down the line, regardless, like whether it's DMCA or accidental nudity or like whatever the fuck it is. Like you can see time and time again, Twitch is not capable of handling the issues that come about on its own platform. And like YouTube, we don't hear about it because no one really gives a shit. But like, how are they gonna pitch that they're better at dealing with it when like you have the same problem with people's YouTubes getting banned because like anybody can copyright strike anybody. They don't actually like if you're a company, a publicly traded company, you have way more say than like a random YouTuber. You know, like who are you gonna believe? So like you have the same issue with YouTube. There's no really good way of handling this kind of situation.
But
which
like
is why I'm like, I don't think it's
what,
valuable.
if you're in the streaming platform space, these are the things that you need to conquer to get ahead. Like Twitch is struggling with it, and we're talking about what YouTube can do, and that's like a very quick
Yeah,
thing
but
that
you
they
don't
can
own
do.
this stuff. Like the whole thing is like the fact that it's gone this long without actually getting cracked down on is ridiculous. And like people should be happy that they got away with it for this long.
Mhm.
Like these are things that the movie industry, television, and everything have dealt with for years. But like the internet, no one gave a shit until it started getting monetized and making a shit ton of money. And now the people that are like, you're stealing the shit that I produced, you need to pay me a cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the other side, it's kind of a dick move.
What, you don't want to make his stream go up? This random guy? Come on. Please.
But like, there's also the argument on the other end that a lot of people provides discoverability value. So you're adding a discoverability factor
I'm
when you
so
play
sure
someone's.
Travis Scott needs.
Oh yeah,
needs
yeah,
discoverability from
not Travis Scott, but like fucking smaller
That's most
people.
what these kids play is like
The same top 100 charts.
Yeah, not many indie music streams going off, but I mean sometimes. But besides that, I don't know. What other advantage do you think that YouTube has just inherently? Like I personally like just being able to pause my fucking stream and being able to like backtrack. Like
That's so nice.
Yes, that I'll
being able
give
to
you that
rewind.
one. Yeah, being able
like
to
I think
rewind.
like you could really make like if you had mods or whoever wanted to do it, just make like stream highlights throughout the thing. Like we were talking about it, like you're saying, like then people want to curate their content for when they put it on YouTube. But it's like if you have moderators, they can just be like anyone that just came in, like, oh, check out these hype points, these hype timestamps.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. What if instead of a fucking 30-second ad when you go into a stream, it like is the curated clips or highlights of like what people in the chat have clipped, and it's like 30 seconds of like the most viewed clips from this stream, and you can be like, oh, am I into this guy? That would be cool.
I mean, and like anybody could flag it too. Like that'd be a good way, like curating your content and make it easier for content creators. Well, it's a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's like a trailer for your stream, as opposed to.
Yeah, I think Twitch really needs like just a better like explore function kind of for clips. Like I think clips are kind of the key to them like improving explorability and shit like that. Like, I mean, I guess it would just be mostly like top people.
Yeah.
But I just think they need a better algorithm.
YouTube already has that from the people who just take the top Twitch clips from whatever game and just slap them together each day.
Yeah, Blake, you would have talked about DMCA. What the fuck is that?
Hey man, you're not a fucking LLC.
I mean, the high effort ones really put they show their face for like a minute, like, hey guys, be sure to hit the bell and subscribe.
Stealing content again.
You can go in, as a Twitch streamer, you can go and copyright claim those people. No problem. You just need to set up an LLC and pay taxes. That's it. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do to be taken seriously.
That is a good point. I completely forgot about that. That's like fucking.
It is hilarious when they think just 30 seconds of them like reacting to memes or whatever is like, it's my own content now, right?
Bro, I saw this kid. It was this it's Fortnite account where they do like clips and compilations of the community, and they're called Grumbe. They did a video. It was like Nick A30, why we watch Nick A30, and then they did another video. Nick A30 reacts to why we watch Nick A30.
Gold. This content writes itself.
Yeah, dude. That happens in so much shit. It's like, oh man, this person did a cover of this song, and it's like, oh, the person who originally made the song reacts to it. It's like, oh, me reacting to this guy reacting to my cover. Oh gosh, look at me go like, oh, the YouTube face.
Oh man, way to just like fucking hit the same piece of content 10 times.
I mean,
you gotta
respect it at some level, but it's
like
also just the lowest of it.
You guys ever go to like a barbershop and it has the mirrors on both sides and it's just like an infinite loop?
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Exactly what the content. Like,
but yeah, instead of like you, it's money.
Yeah. Fucking stupid. But like getting away from DMCA, like it's a problem with streaming, and like that comes down to like the court system. That's got to be resolved in the court system. It's not going to be solved by Amazon or Twitch or Google and YouTube. It's not going to happen. But like YouTube can't even figure out how to like get the chat to be engaging. Like, is it just copy paste all the Twitch icons and like the custom icons? Do you think that just brings?
I think it's more so the audience, because when I go to YouTube, I go there to like watch a video at my own leisure. But like when I'm watching Twitch, I know like if I really want to like be watching, I have to be paying attention, because I don't like it's a live stream. There was no
Yeah,
like,
but
I
you
know it
can be
said that
converted.
I know they said it like improved when they like YouTube Gaming was its own site or whatever, and they brought it in. It's like obviously that's going to provide more exposure, but I almost feel like it needs to be like its own site. Like it
yeah.
hasn't worked just tacking it on, like, or they really need to overhaul
Mhm.
the UI or whatever when you
Mm-hmm.
are using live streaming on YouTube, because it just feels like tacked on and forced and not like an experience like Twitch does. Like it's like you know what you're in for there.
Yeah, like the only time I've entered YouTube live stream videos is because I've clicked on them in my subscription box and I thought it
Mhm.
was just like a regular video because there's
Exactly.
no
Mhm.
difference.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier with the Apex guy. It's like, oh,
It's
thought it was the
well,
actual
bro.
video, regular video. No, it's him just streaming.
Yeah, it's got the but bro, it's got the live. It's got the live
Oh, it's got the little
icon. You
radio
know,
tower
like
next to it. Oh wow, yeah, wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah, like
like
that's the only thing that
the
separates it
red
is the
dot.
radio tower, but like everyone's doing these like clickbaity thumbnails, so it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like too, like I think they need to integrate it into their notification system to be able like because you can be converted. Like you watch YouTube videos, you clicked on it, right? What if you actually like, oh wow, this is actually a pretty good stream, you start watching it. Like
What
they
if
need to
like
just integrate it a little bit better, like Steve was saying.
what if for like an incentive, it's like if you for for streamers on YouTube, if like you reach certain thresholds, your users, if they dedicate themselves to your channel and watch X amount of videos or minutes, like they can skip X amount of ads for free without having to pay for YouTube Red or whatever it's called, the premium YouTube.
only on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I think that would be like a good incentive. Like obviously companies aren't going to go for it because ads, but
Yeah,
but I do think stuff like that is definitely leaning in the user.
who takes the hit on the ad revenue?
Probably it'd have to be more YouTube, and then like I'd say probably the streamer or the content creator uh, for a smaller portion. But I think if YouTube wants to grow, they would probably take the bulk of that hit and give some of that cut, like integrate some of that cut onto the streamer themselves. Like, oh, you want this? You gotta give up a little X amount. Like, oh, instead of 18 cents per thousand views, you get 15 cents or 16 cents, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just need, like I was saying earlier, like they just need to be able to pay more. Like if it becomes profitable to create content on there, people will migrate. Like you don't need to have them sign contracts. It's just like they need to be willing to invest in their streamers. And are they going to get an ROI on that? Most likely not, because people like they go to Twitch specifically to watch streams. Like,
Yeah. Like every time I go
it-
to YouTube, I have like a specific video in mind that I'm gonna watch.
Oh, wow.
Like, well, most of the time,
Let
like
my
I'm like,
algorithm take the wheel. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm like, oh, what's in my subscription or like algorithm little box on the
like
top.
how many
What's in my
times have you gone
recommend?
down like a YouTube rabbit hole? It's like that never really happens at Twitch. I think it's more like Twitch where it's like I know the streamers that I want to see. Like you see the list, it's like okay, that you have your priority in your head. Like I
Yeah,
like this guy more than this guy.
how often do you go outside of your follow channels? Who's on? You get to the point where
oh,
there's like maybe like two people that like you just watch like very rarely. It's like, you know what, fuck that. How often are you gonna go into browse into some game and be like, you know what, I'm gonna give this guy a try? Never.
yeah, that's true.
Absolutely
That's
never.
true.
Yeah, I think they really need like the recommended stuff for Twitch really needs to be better.
Yeah.
Just like figure out a way that's like these people share a big audience portion. Like you might
Yeah,
like
and
this.
I do think that's like one of the things that Mixer did really well. Rest in peace to them again. With the like, I think it was called the hot seat they had, where in every directory there was like a channel. So like we can use like Fortnite Apex Legends, for example. There'd be like the Fortnite hot seat, and they would just go, and anyone in the directory, they would just like pick a random channel, and they would just be number one on the directory for X amount of time until hot seat was up, and then it goes to the next person. So that way it cycles people to the directory. Everyone has a chance to be discovered. Because like realistically, if you do somehow find yourself not clicking on people in your follow channel and click on browse, the person you're probably going to watch is the person who's first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because you're trying to watch like a particular game. Like they got to cater it down to like the view habit. Like you guys are 100% right. It's like I have the people that I follow because those are the people that I like. But like no one discovers new people. Like how many people do you have on your follow thing that you actually watch consistently? Like 3? 3-4 people.
Yeah, like 3 or
Uh,
4.
3, 4 for like per game, major game that I follow. Yeah.
Well, like
Yeah.
like I don't watch Twitch like regularly. Like I'm
Yeah,
going to
I'm
watch
a
somebody.
YouTube boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a YouTube boy.
I
Also,
have like
like
I have like 50 people I follow, but like I can only watch so many, so
I have
I
no
watch like
patience
3
for
or
the
4.
chat. I have no patience for the like 20-hour streams. Like I want the good shit edited
Yeah.
and right to my face. Like
I don't know.
yeah.
Well, that's why me and Darren bring up Moon all the time because I don't really watch the chat. I have that video just like the bar like hidden, and I just like put him in the background, just hear him just
Yeah,
shit
it's more
talk
like
these
a
kids.
podcast.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like YouTube needs more personalized like live pages, kind of like I was saying before, where it's like it's just the same exact thing as YouTube. Like you have to click the regular video, you have to click the like minimize description to see like all the shit. But if it's more like the Twitch layout, where it's just like this is what I'm about, these are my
Mhm.
rewards or whatever for subscriptions,
Mhm.
blah blah blah, my games, blah, schedule. But YouTube, it's just like all crammed in that one little spot. So I think just giving more creator tools to live streamers specifically instead of just like treating it like just an add-on right now could go a long way for them.
Yeah, and kind of alluding back to something I mentioned earlier with like kind of the last major game being Valorant that got released. Like you see it now. It's like a ton of the top streamers on Twitch are playing Rust. It's like, and with like more as the mobile games kind of evolve and get just become better developed. YouTube has a better integration for the mobile on your phone to stream than Twitch does. So if mobile games take off more here in the West, like they have in like Asia, where like PUBG Mobile is like one of the biggest out of all games, esport games. They were like top 6 or something for total prize pools last year. That's
Jesus.
including like your Valorants, your Fortnites, your League. Like it beat a ton of games. Not those ones, but I mean beat Valorant. But um, like as those games evolve and become more popular, that could be a big thing for YouTube in the future as well. Because you see all those games like Clash Royale, its base is mainly on YouTube. It's a very little presence on Twitch. Same with Crossfire, Arena of Valor, the new Wild Rift for League. When that comes out, I guarantee you that's going to be more on YouTube than on Twitch. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring this up too. Like kind of similar point. Um, for whatever reason, like over the holidays, my mom was watching, and like it's like huge now. Live walkthroughs through like cities, like because they have like all the Christmas lights up and stuff.
Oh shit.
I'm
Mhm.
like, maybe YouTube's niche is like not gaming content for live streaming, but like the cooking shows that never took off on Twitch or like all
Yeah.
this other
Vlogging.
content where like they're trying to get like they're trying to encroach on games, and I think maybe they should go the other route and like live shows and like see if they can
I
build
think
out their
Well,
streaming
I
platform
think
like
that the
that.
Twitch is kind of taking the live music stuff because the musicians, especially
Yeah.
like the DJs who can like interact, they have some
Mhm.
downtime while they're performing to like look at the chat and integrate whatever is going on there into their set. Like that's already like been taken off prior to the pandemic and kind of really like got some life into it during the
Yeah,
pandemic.
bolstered, yeah.
So
Yeah, same with just chatting. And there's a bunch of podcasts on Twitch. Not your boys, but maybe at some point. Where
If you want that, down in the comments.
Do you want the Twitch
Do you-
podcast?
till it's down in the comments, we'll you find us on YouTube. But
Yeah, it's very interesting because like we're in like this climate right now where it's up for grabs, and I think these companies need to like realize the potential that they have, and like things like DMCA and like Jake said with or sorry Blake said with like cooking shows, like moving into outlets like that and providing people who may not have had or thought about even streaming, like who like chefs for example,
yeah,
like
I mean, YouTube's a lot less of an enclosed environment like Twitch. Like
mhm,
Twitch is like so much gaming and like it's branched off to a few little spaces. But YouTube is like, who doesn't use YouTube?
Mhm.
Like, so
Mhm.
like it really is open to a lot more of that stuff. But they are, they're really coming for gaming. Maybe not very as well as they could, but like the deal with Blizzard for all their esports, like that was a kind of a big hit to Twitch as far as that goes. Like apparently Overwatch League is like one of their bigger channels, like probably because there's just so much shit to watch, and if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna watch it all. But
Who
but
really
then they
benefited?
would.
Who was worse off out of that deal in hindsight? Was it Twitch or was it
Blizzard.
Overwatch League? Let's be real. Let's see where that league
Like,
stands in like another 2 years, if it exists.
bro, I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
I'm waiting for them to be crawling back to Twitch, to be honest. Like this has not worked out.
It hasn't.
Or if YouTube does add some features that make it fucking worth their while, but right now
I
it's
thi-
just a subpar experience.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
view
I
bots.
don't know what's happening.
Like view bots.
Don't talk
Dude,
to me
like how much of the drop in like in viewership was just like due to bots? Like there's so much like inflation in views on Twitch. It's like concerning. And like
Yeah, because you
is
have
this,
the fucking the like what do they call them? Like the sleeper people who don't
you
turn
just
off their
embed their video. Yeah. Well,
people
you
don't
just
turn off.
embed a video on a thing and it counts as a view as well. Like you just view bot that shit to like
Yeah, it's just an ad on a website where it's playing as soon as you're on it, even if you're not actually watching it. You're reading a fucking cooking recipe or whatever, or
Mhm.
it's in the corner, so you count as a viewer. But besides that, yeah, I don't know. I've been like a little disappointed that YouTube hasn't made a bigger push for shit. Like with the whole YouTube gaming thing, I thought it's really gonna be an emphasis on them, but it hasn't. So, but I do think they have kind of the tools they need if they kind of get their shit together. They could really be an actual threat to Twitch, especially just because people are so like, I guess because they're like, everyone hates the guy at the top, but like everyone loves to complain about Twitch. So like, and the like people like, what's that one Brime or something, like these group of guys, that streamers that are like, we were so fed up with Twitch's TOS that we inconsistent TOS that we're making our own streaming site. Like smaller ones like them, Caffeine and stuff, but really none of them stand a chance. When like, if all these like smaller companies think they have a shot, why can't YouTube just like make some sweeping changes and just steal the game? Come on.
Yeah, they're not short on money. It's fucking YouTube.
Fucking
Google.
Google.
They did
Yeah.
That's
that
fucking
ROI. That ROI. They don't see it.
Yeah,
I think
but we will.
there's no way they don't see it. I think they're just being very calculated. Well, that's just me being a Google fan.
Maybe it's the partnership with Blizzard that makes their going slow, like slow and steady. We'll get there eventually. Don't worry.
Oh, what the game
This is the
said?
sketchy
Oh,
thing.
crazy.
They get the Twitch content anyway. Why do they need to do streaming?
Yeah.
They get it from Twitch. They get it from
Yeah.
Twitch. What are you talking about? They get the videos. It's fine. They're not worried.
It's true.
But like once you like, I think what's gonna happen is they'll hit a threshold where it's like, okay, we have enough like viewership in this where it's worth putting money into, and then you'll see like sweeping pushes,
Mhm.
probably in the next 2 years. You'll see it. But like,
Yeah.
it's got to hit a certain number. Either like they're gonna go the mixer route and they're just gonna abandon the project, like, all right, it's not pulling the money, so we're gonna pull the plug on it, or they're gonna get enough viewers because people are so fed up with Twitch that they're gonna put huge investment into it, and then it will actually be a platform that's comparable. But like right now, they're still fucking feeling out the waters, even though it's been 4
Yeah.
years.
I think they should just focus on features that make the streamer's life easier. Like I said before, every streamer has a YouTube channel. It's just a part of the game now. If there was just an easy way to get your clips exported directly to your YouTube channel, if you were a YouTube streamer, that's makes someone's life easier, because like doing YouTube and Twitch, that's like a second job to some people.
We'll give Steve a job because you already fucking solved that problem. You already fucking solved that problem. You
Put
flag
the
it,
chat
you
to work.
exported, it's done. Yeah, put
Yeah.
in the work.
Yeah, but we'll see how this plays out. If YouTube ever makes, a real push like we've been waiting for a while. But for now, Twitch will reign supreme, and Infamy is hosting Apex Legends tournaments, for fantasy Apex Legends tournaments at infamy.gg. So go sign up, and we will see you next time.